It's Tuesday and you're watching the Dorm Room TV. This week I wanted to review Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. Game of Thrones is the first in a series called A Song of Ice and Fire. Since I'm going to break down the major houses or families that are in the book, just so this will make more sense, and if I decide to review another book in this series, it'll make sense too. First we have the Starks, whose sigil is a direwolf. It consists of Eddard, who is the Warden of the North, his wife Kalynn, and their 5 children, Robert, Sansa, Arya, Bran, and Rickon. Eddard also has a bastard child named Jon, and they have a ward named Theon Greyjoy. I know I mentioned their sigil was a direwolf, but each of the Stark children have a pet freaking direwolf. Yeah, they have a 6-foot-tall wolf that they treat like a dog. It is amazing. Then we have the Baratheons, whose sigil is a stag. Robert Baratheon is the current king, his wife is Cersei, and they have 3 kids, one of which being Joffrey. Then we have the Lannisters, who are a more prominent, wealthy family, and their sigil is a lion. Cersei is a Lannister, and she has a twin brother named Jaime. They also have a dwarf brother named Tyrion, and their father's name is Tywin. Then we have one of the oldest dynasties, the House of Targaryen, and their sigil is a friggin' 3-headed dragon. There's Aerys Targaryen, who is the late king, and he has 2 remaining descendants, Viserys and Daenerys. Aerys Targaryen was the king, and he was called the Mad King. Then a war broke out, and Jaime killed Aerys, which is why he's called the Kingslayer. After that, Robert claimed the throne, and Robert was supposed to marry Eddard's sister, but Eddard's sister wound up getting killed, so he married Cersei. When the book starts, Robert and the rest of the Lannisters are on their way to Winterfell, where Eddard lives, because Robert wants to make Eddard the Hand of the King because his most recent hand died mysteriously. Meanwhile, we have Viserys and Daenerys Targaryen, who are living in exile. Viserys wants to marry his sister off to Khal Drogo, who's the king of the Dothraki, who are like a Mongol-type tribe that are horse lords, and they have a huge army, and Viserys wants to control that army, take them across the sea, get him out of exile, and take the throne back. Meanwhile, there's the Night's Watch, who guard this huge freaking ice wall that separates the north of Westeros, where most people live, and the even wilder northern parts. And the Night's Watch is dealing with really strange occurrences with wildlings and other really weird creatures. I think this book is amazingly written. The scenery is described beautifully, the characters are described amazingly, and you can picture yourself so easily in this book. If you've seen the show does it a lot of justice. But if you read the book, you get to learn more of what the characters think, and that could change your opinion of an entire character. Jon's my favorite because he has to be almost completely self-reliant, because he's always reminded that he's the bastard, and he's a great swordsman, and he doesn't take anyone's crap, which I like a lot. And I can't really explain how else I love Jon, just that he's my baby and I adore him. Arya is my favorite because I think she reminds me a lot of myself, because she doesn't want to be a proper lady like her sister. She wants to fight like her brothers, and she doesn't take her siblings' crap, and she doesn't take anybody else's crap. Tyrion is my favorite because he's intelligent, hilarious, and he knows how to read people really, really well, and he uses it to his advantage a lot, and he does not let anyone use his dwarfism as a reason to bring him down. And Daenerys, Stormborn, Mother of Dragons, my Khaleesi. I can't really explain why I love Daenerys so much without getting kind of spoilery, but I adore Dany, and she's been through a lot, and she's had to grow up so fast, and she is just such a kick-ass female character. Alright, I know this video is getting kind of long, and you're probably sick of hearing me talk about Game of Thrones, but I give it about a 4 out of 5, and I would recommend it to anyone, and if you don't feel like reading it or don't have time to read it, watch the show because it's really good, and the production value is amazing, and the cast is flawless. That's it, James. Your video should be alongside mine. Ray, your video should be posted tomorrow, and I hope all of you guys have an awesome week. Bye, you guys. Bye, 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 bye.